In this video, you're going to learn what you should and probably should not say to police officers if they stop you in your vehicle. I frequently hear the arguments that police are not allowed to stop you in your vehicle for no reason whatsoever, i.e. they need a very good reason. Many people having these thoughts are probably thinking of the American system, where the police do need to have a probable cause, i.e. a strong and unbiased and not in any way prejudiced reason for stopping you in your vehicle before they can do so. That is not so, however, in England and Wales. You may have heard of a Section 163 stop under the Road Traffic Act of 1988. This gives the police the power to stop any vehicle they wish, and any vehicle requested to do so must stop on such an instruction. This means, however unfair it might sound, that the police can stop any vehicle completely at random, as and wherever they choose to do so. Quite frequently, police will set up an area specifically designed to pull vehicles in, perhaps every third vehicle, or even every vehicle that they come across on a specific given stretch of road. If you fail or refuse to stop your vehicle when the police request you to do so, you are committing an offence under the Road Traffic Act. Sections 164 and 165 of the Road Traffic Act 1988 provides police constables with the power to require you to produce your driving licence, your insurance, and even give them your date of birth in certain circumstances. And again, if you fail to do so, you'll be committing an offence. Although it would be a defence to not providing those documents on the spot, if you produce them at a specified police station within 7 days, that's commonly referred to as a producer. However, it's what you say and don't say when the police pull you over that might be of more interest, because one tactic commonly employed by police officers is to ask you why you think they've stopped your vehicle. This is where saying something might actually get you into more trouble than you were in the first place. Because if the police officer had an idea that you might be going too fast, and then your response was that you think you were going a little over the speed limit, that might amount to an admission on your part, and the police might use it against you. On the other hand, bearing in mind that you should be aware of what speed you are doing and what speed the road is at the time, you should know what speed you were doing just before you were pulled over. If, however, you say you don't know what speed you are doing, that might inadvertently suggest that you're driving without due care and attention, i.e. not being aware of the speed at which you are travelling along the road, which of course you should be. Now, unless you are being detained or under arrest and being questioned under caution, in which case it engages various rights, you don't really have to say anything to the police officer at all, save for producing those documents. So in those circumstances, it might simply be better to say to the officer, well, you tell me why you've stopped me, or say nothing at all and offer up your documents if you do have them with you. One or two interesting facts, however, that lots of people, including police, have reportedly got confused with is whether or not the police can order you to get out of the car or to hand them your keys. Now, the law doesn't actually require you to get out of your vehicle unless, of course, you're under arrest and being detained, although this has on some occasions resulted in the police handcuffing the driver and removing them from the vehicle, only to be later sued for assault because they shouldn't have been arresting them in the first place. But one thing also to bear in mind, and this in fact has happened to me many years ago, is if the police pull you over and then they come up to the vehicle and they say you were not wearing your seatbelt when in fact you were, if you do not respond to that allegation, it might be taken that you are accepting it, in that you were not in fact wearing your seatbelt, even if you really were. So in that situation, I can only really suggest that you respond by saying, well, yes, officer, I was wearing my seatbelt and you are mistaken. Not to mention that on many of these occasions, a simple conversation with the officer should de-escalate the situation and be on your way. But as to the likely very few of you that still believe the police cannot stop you at random, please rethink your strategy, because if you refuse or fail to stop and worse still, you try to get away, that is going to give the police very much more concern over you. They will ultimately stop you and you'll be facing very much more severe consequences. So I hope that after watching this video, you won't fall for those traps. Be polite now and don't take this video as legal advice, because it can't be. But in the meantime, thank you for watching.